And welcome back, everybody. Another podcast. And this week, we are, of course, leading to two big events on, this upcoming weekend. We got the release of Deadpool and Wolverine and San Diego Comic-Con. Now, Deadpool and Wolverine, we will do our box office predictions for members, along with a exclusive topic on Lobo joining the DCU and Supergirl. And we will have our San Diego Comic-Con predictions here at the end of this show with some other news sprinkled in between because it's been, unlike last
It's been a week.
Yeah, this week's just been a week. So we definitely got topics, but maybe not what you guys are expecting from like a fully stacked show. But trust us, next week it's probably going to be like that. So before
we promise we won't miss next time.
Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna.
I'm gonna get cancelled by Jack Black for saying that.
Oh, yeah, Jack Black. Yep.
Rip the D.
Well, I guess you guys know who's here because it's me, Armin, your host, and thanks to everybody that's been following, going wherever on those links. If you shoot me a message on my Instagram, I promise I will get back to you. But I only check those at specific times.
I thought you were going to say that you can't miss.
If you shoot me a message, you can't miss me. Oh, this is going to be a running gag, isn't it?
I mean, he's still running, so why shouldn't we?
It's man. So, anyway,
sanitary pad on the ear is aerodynamic, everyone.
Also joining me here on this fine show that's off the shambles, just like it's going to be in our first topic, is Mitch.
Yeah, I had to cough right as you said that. But yeah, hey, you can follow the Mitch692 channel. I've got a Destiny video hopefully coming out on Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
I just have to finish it.
Yep.
Because it's roasting and editing and it's horrible when it's really hot in this room.
Oh yeah. And also like long form videos, man, those take time. I know. I just did it's coming to the channel probably right before this podcast drops, but I did my own like 10-minute San Diego predictions, and it's the return of just Ask Armin because that was the most asked thing. And like a 10-minute video took like an hour to edit. I'm like, oh yeah, this is why.
An hour? I'm up to like 6-8 minutes, and it's taking me like 8 hours.
Yeah, you probably have a lot more intricate. Got to line up the clips and everything.
Yes.
How it goes.
I
love it though. I know people find like editing tedious. That shit like
it's great. It's fun doing it. It's just when you actually have to put it into practice and I got 3 minutes done. How long have I been here? 4 hours. Fuck.
That was me last night. I was gonna get some clips and it's been 3 hours. What the
It's how it goes. It is how it goes. That's editing though. But also, I guess the other man that also edits videos on his own channel, we got Tristan here as well.
Yeah, Linktree has all of my links, and kind of happy that the last couple of videos that I've had done better than I expected. And
nice.
And yeah, I'm still trying to get some out. It's like Mitch said, doing these with other stuff going on, it's fun, but also it's like at the same time because like the last long form video, I think the last two I did, which was like 12 minutes, and it took me around a little over 2.5 to 3 days worth of editing because of what I had to do. But I was doing it off and on because I don't want to be sitting at the computer for hours on end.
I mean, we all have like those other things we're doing on, like, the other channel I do my stuff on. It's like me and Shay, and I like I said last week, I met a ton of CBC fans at a comic convention in Montreal. So I had to edit the vlog this week, and I had like 50 minutes worth of footage. I had to cut it down to around 20, and a lot of people are waiting for it because, as I said before, Vincent D'Onofrio punched me in the face completely by accident too. So we had our photo with him, and my wife, she was dressed up as Elektra Daredevil. She made the costume. I was like a variant of Yellow Suit Daredevil. And we're standing there. He's like, all right, what do you guys want to do? Because most people just do like the arms around, right? And we're like, well, can you like do an action shot? Like, how about you punch me in the face and she'll be kicking you? And he didn't notice where I was. So he turns around and goes like this and literally like punches me in the jaw, like pretty decently too. And he looks at his PR person, looks at me, he goes, oh shit, I punched him in the face. And I'm like, I had the mask on and it's all right.
Again.
It's effect for the shot, exactly. So he's like, okay, we're going to recreate that, but I'm going to do it slowly So that's the shot in the photo. Like I went to get an autograph after, and he goes, "Oh, it's the guy I punched in the face." Like it was a pretty great moment. Like, dude, he was
Nice.
great to meet.
Nice.
So I had to edit that, and literally that vlog took me like 6 hours of editing. I was like, I am so done with this. Like it's just clip dumps. You know, you dump it into a timeline, you're like, you start sweating because you see so much.
It's sorting out the audio as well. The audio is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh
It's like
my
it's
God.
busy. Got to raise this level. Got to lower that one. Got to do this. Got to do that. Got to hard limit everything. Got to figure out
Yeah.
what the prismatic compressors and auto gates are good for.
Right. Yeah. I love doing it, but it's like it is a thing. So that's why, you know, probably why people are wondering. It's like, hey, why aren't your videos coming on these other channels like all the time? It's like, well, those videos take a ton of effort.
and time, and then it's like, you know, I need this effect now, and I can't find it. And you're going through all the database, and then finally you find it. Where was this? It was it was off in this section here that you never touched.
Yeah. every time. Well, with that out of the way, now that we've introduced ourselves and talked a little bit about it, we're gonna get onto our first topic, and let's talk about WB falling right back into shambles state.
Oh, it's a fun week.
Who could have seen this coming?
I think this literally happens every year.
Every year.
It did not, like, nothing's changed every time. Well, we're gonna combine with another company, and you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna separate because we made too much debt again, so we're gonna find something else to do. We're gonna combine to another company and do the same thing over again.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
This just confirms that Zaslav can't sell WB off.
no, like this is, I mean, in the last April, we were talking about how they were setting up a sale and assets and trying to shrink the debt. They estimated to have around $25 to $35 million debt left by last fiscal quarter, which, you know, months back. They're actually up to like 040. So they missed projection by close to 10 billion of debt that they thought they were going to get rid of. And what's happening now is they're in a discussion where the film brand and Max/HBO would be spun off into a individual company that may or may not be sold off, or they keep it while they sell off other assets. Now, how does this affect the likes of DC? That's a tough one because DC is its own thing. Like they are not, like DC's not a part of the film division or HBO. They are leased out to HBO, which is why you had projects on Netflix and things like that, you know. So there's still very little news, but I think the writing is on the wall. 2 years from now, WB Discovery will not be what it is today, and definitely not what it was 2 years ago.
Oh, 100%, yeah. 100%.
Man, every time what do you realistically think happens next? Where do they go? Like,
I honestly don't know. So they can't sell it off, and that's just me, a pure assumption, right? Because why else would you do this if you can't sell it off?
Right.
If they can't sell it off, I guess they just chucked out in the street, hoping they can make it.
Yeah. Like,
which I guess, you know, might be best case scenario for Warner Brothers because be independent again and build back up. But can they do that? I mean, hopefully.
Probably not with how they're trying to placate their investors and such, and trying to make money while not wasting or using that much money. And with them trying to do that, you see them with the employees just keep on with the mass.
Yeah, but that's all down to Zaslav. So if they're away from that, right? I'm not saying WB was run by perfect people or anything, but it might be better off just being on their own for a while.
Yeah. Honestly, whatever happens with them, if they go off on their own, the first thing that's going to happen is exactly what happened with Paramount and Skydance. Somebody's going to jump in, which brings up, like, I want to bring up that conversation to this just briefly because Sony and Apollo Group needed to come up with like 30 to 40 billion, right, to buy Paramount. Skydance comes in with 8 billion and secures them. It's like, what happened? Like, it's a massive shift in the industry and entertainment, and this is just showing us that if you expect the line to constantly keep going up, this is what it's going to lead to. So it's not sustainable.
Desperation.
Yeah. Yep. I'm fully expecting that by the end of this decade, I will not be shocked if DC Studios becomes its own entity and then is bought by someone like Marvel Studios was. I would not be surprised
Yeah, I could
at
see
all.
that. Yeah.
Like, I'll make a wild prediction. James Gunn will go to independent funding like Kevin Feige did, raise money, and try to buy out DC.
Possibly.
Like Marvel, Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige did it. They went to like 6 different institutes and banks, raised $1.2 billion, and they were like, okay, we got this to make the entire first 5 films. Let's make deals. And they pulled it off. So it can happen. DC is a damaged brand. So hopefully.
So does this mean like Universal's going to get like Aquaman?
Probably.
This is just the 90s for DC Studios.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of been like that, hasn't it, though? Like, Fox was making a Batman TV series and embargoed all those villains from the CW.
True,
It's like
yeah,
wild times were happening, Now the distribution rights to Gotham are owned by Disney. Okay. Sure. TV.
I laugh
TV.
every time that's on Disney Plus. Just like Gotham.
Yeah. Gotham. Yep. So,
but I would say, they'll sell off Batman, and Batman will forever be on his own in movies. But
I could see it.
We're already there.
Yeah.
I was like, what did he change?
This is why it's going to happen. And James Gunn will just sit on his DC without Batman till it's public domain, and then he'll just make a completely different version.
Oh, imagine. It's Bat-Man.
Bat apostrophe.
He's a really big baseball player.
Oh, man. Love it. Love it. So, there we go. Just a little bit on the latest WTF is going on with WB. But
it's been a while since we had one of those.
It has. But you know what? Hasn't been a while since we've got Spider-Man Noir news, because after last week, we got a dump of info. It was just like every other day. Actually, no, it was like every day we're getting something new. So the latest news is that we're not getting Peter Parker in this for a specific reason, and that's because he will be a multiverse version of Ben Reilly. So I'm going to guess he will.
So Andy Samberg's going to be in it, right?
Yeah, right. I'm honestly guessing he will have ditched the Peter Parker name because like something happened and he's like, I became Ben Reilly, a PI, and okay, here you go. And
I want someone to have the scrote and to actually say he's a clone of the Jackal, or he's a clone made from the Jackal. Someone do it. Don't be a coward. But enough cowards on like Amazon and other places.
See, that's what's going to happen. The ending revelation of the series is going to be like, actually, you're a misplaced clone from the multiverse of the Jackal.
That'd be great. I'd actually love it.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
I mean, some people put a Heath Ledger Joker on or the head sculpt on a Christian Bale Batman head.
I saw that. I was like, what am I looking at?
Kit Bash.
You are looking at, we need money now.
Yeah, that's like, gave him a gun. He had some hand grenades, and I was like, what?
Yeah. So, okay, talking about the whole noir thing, where is your guys' interest on a scale of like 1 to 10? Where is it?
Extremely low.
0.
Okay.
Extremely low. I would have been interested if it was the actual Spider-Verse one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of people thought.
Yeah, like why would it not be, right?
Yeah, right.
But the more this is just turning into Silk very quickly for me. I don't see the show happening in the slightest.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just like, people like this version, but I have my own version that people may love even better, and I'm like, probably not.
Man, okay, my hype is probably like a 7, maybe an 8.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, same. I am not at all surprised, but Noir is one of my favorite versions of Spider-Man, and I genuinely love crazy Nicolas Cage age that we're in right now. So,
That's also my fear as well. It's just going to be Nick Cage. It's
yeah.
like, no, you're doing Spider-Man Noir for Spider-Man Noir. I'm not here for Nick Cage. No.
I am fully expecting just Nick Cage, and they make Noir whatever he feels like it needs to be, and that's how, like, I also trust Amazon because they've done decent enough with their properties that they get from somebody else. So
Yeah, but Silk was Amazon as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna play it straight, like how in the comics it's just, you know, he's just 1930s, 1940s Spider-Man.
Right. Yeah, I think so too.
It's not gonna be the hammed up version that people like from the Spider-Verse.
He's definitely not going to be doing tons of swinging and stuff. I mean, he's old, so you know it's.
He's gonna swing. He's gonna swing once, and he's gonna be that joke where he falls into.
Did Noir even swing anyway in the comics?
Yeah, he swung.
Yeah,
Really?
but it wasn't like
Probably
that.
not. Probably not in the originals, but now he does.
Yeah, they added.
Because
it
I
in,
haven't
like,
read it in ages, so I can't.
Yeah, I was
remember
like, I can't remember in the original run, the original 2 miniseries, but now
Yeah.
he swings.
In the most recent stuff, he's definitely more
Yeah.
Spider-like than before. Which again, they're trying to bring it into the whole Spider-Verse thing. So
I wonder if this would be the first place to talk about like spider totems.
yeah, maybe.
I mean, it'd be a good place to start because he got his powers from the Spider God.
Yeah, and also like
Good point, you did, yeah.
handling this series in like the way that they're probably going to be handling elements of Spider-Man going forward. It's weird that it's like they're going to have Sandman as one of the villains. Like very
Yes.
but it's also to do the cheap effect because the Noir Sandman just hardened his skin and it looks like sand and like hard
Right.
rock, like granite. So it's like, oh, I see what they're going to do. It's going to be
So,
like
so
that.
you mean glass?
Yeah. It's going to be that effect that they used on Crusher Creel and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's what they're going to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one After Effects plugin, great.
Yep, that's it. That's it. So, I don't know.
I
will reserve judgment for now. I am not in any way, shape, or form excited for the show.
Yeah, I need to see the trailer. Like
Yeah.
that's
Like I reserve judgment, but like if I'm being honest, I want to see Nick Cage play Noir, not Noir starring Nick Cage.
Yeah, and you're gonna get the second part because it's like if anybody's watched his movie Renfield with him and Lex Luthor, he's just Nick Cage. Like it's just
That's every Nick Cage movie.
yeah, he's
He's
just
always
become
just
that
Nick
now.
Cage.
So I guess stay tuned. It looks like we're getting a lot of info on this, so I won't be shocked if we get a lot more real soon. Honestly, it seems like it's coming. So there you go.
First trailer at Comic-Con.
Yeah, right. They just got it ready. Okay, let's shift focus over to a completely different universe with the Acolyte because they wrapped the first season and this was clear as day a major cliffhanger to lead us to a second season. Now, as of
100%,
as of the recording of this, they haven't announced it, but I think most people suspect you announce it at the Disney Die Hard event called D23 in like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So, that's probably.
I think just the way the show is written and the way it ends up on, it's like, yeah, this was clearly intended to be like at least 2 seasons.
Yeah. Yep.
Because the power of 2, you get it.
And also, if Andor can get a second season, anything can get a second season on Disney+.
That is true. And say it's actually impossible to get cancelled on Disney+.
It's like what? It's yeah. So
I was about to say like one show did.
What show got cancelled Disney+?
Is that
Willow was the one
Yeah,
that
Willow.
got canceled.
Yeah, Willow.
No, that never came out. That's fine.
True, because they took it down for tax write-off. So
Exactly, yeah. No, wasn't cancelled.
wild.
Just thrown to the wolves.
faded out of
Shit,
existence.
So with that all in mind, in regards to Acolyte probably getting a season 2, season 1 was, in my opinion, a mixed bag. With when the highs hit, they hit, man. Like they were, like the lightsaber fights are amazing. Like I thought the portrayal of the Jedi was great, showing the corruption. And then, of course, the big reveal we're going to talk about in this is, oh, look at that. Darth Plagueis is hiding out in the cave, and he's the master of everything. It's like, oh, man.
But is he the master at the minute?
Yeah, it's...
or is he just like some random hermit right now?
Right, like maybe picking up pieces of like how he's studying the Force and
he's just
else.
Creeping on a Khmer and Osha clapping each other.
Right? So I need to make a pupil through the Force without clapping the cheeks, huh? How do I do this? Oh, use the Force. Okay. It's
classic.
It's gonna be. I am super hyped for season 2. Like don't get me wrong. I don't think season 1 was perfect, not by a long shot. It has a lot of issues. I think it's middle of what we've gotten from Disney's Star Wars live action stuff, but the intrigue is there, and what they set up for season 2 looks on paper like it's going to be exactly what everybody that's a fan of this show wants, and that gets me super hyped for the ideas that they possibly got in motion here for it. So it's...
I'd say my biggest thing with the show was it didn't start off great. Yeah. I don't think the show had any like real horrendous pacing issues. It's just the first like 3 didn't grab me as I wanted it to. But then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 were like, you know what, I'm in this show. You got me. I'm hooked. Now give me that second season.
Yeah.
Because the social media accounts said season 1 or the season finale. They didn't say series finale. So
Right. And also, like, you can't leave us off on that big of a cliffhanger, right? Because so many people are going to be just outright pissed. Like, this is the one show where you're laying down foundation that you need to pay off, and it cannot be in comic book, in a book. Like, people are invested on this story. If you cancel it, you suddenly show weakness as Disney committing to these projects because you're a season in. So following up on Plagueis and leading straight into the prequels, which clearly it's doing, and the ending scene of Yoda showing up, like, groundwork is being laid for a fantastic second season.
It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
I tell you, I got another gripe. They said that they were gonna have like another lightsaber we've never seen before. They outright lied, because what we got does not count.
No, it doesn't.
It's just like, excuse me, that is a bow-face. Where's my lightsaber axe, Lucasfilm?
Yeah, it's like, we got the saber whip, okay, but we've had that before.
It was like for half a second.
Yeah, it's like we had it in what is it? Well, also it's been in the comics. Like, the way they were teasing it.
Finestra's in the High Republic books, isn't she?
Exactly. So, like, we've had in comics, the saber whip actually goes all the way back to the original Marvel run of comics that came out.
Does, yeah.
Like, so
was that the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
80s,
so
like 90s, something like that.
I kind of feel a little like, we got swindled here, but it's fine, I guess.
They also told us it was going to happen from that one poster. Sneaky bastards.
Yeah. I am genuinely getting excited to see the second season, and also how they explore the Force more, because I kind of saw the twist coming. Like, I remember it was like right around the second episode, and then we got to the third one. I was like, Shay, I bet you by the end of this, May and Osha switch places. The evil becomes the good becomes the bad. She was like, no. I was like, come on, they're straight up leaning into this, and there we are. It's
Well, so kill a Jedi without a weapon. Like, I wonder what they're going to do with that.
Right.
What did the bad guys use? I wonder.
Yeah.
No, I am excited for a second season. I don't see how we don't get one when it's they're not going to introduce Plagueis and then be like, psych.
Right.
It's a comic run.
Yeah, man, I am so hyped for this. This era of Star Wars, I'm telling you, man, I love it. I love the clean aesthetics of the Jedi, everything. It's just all there for me. So
I also can't imagine desperately crying to want this character and then just shit my pants to death when it happens.
Yeah. And then be like totally upset about what you've wanted for almost 2 decades.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. The way the cameo isn't great in the finale.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, is that it? Like, you know, thematically fine because it's a complete opposite of Soul creeping on May and Osha in the woods. But yeah, it was fine. I get why it's there, but just give me that second season. Go into a bit more.
Yeah. Agreed. So, yeah, I guess people can gather from that we are actually hyped for more Acolytes. So stay tuned, and we'll talk about it when it's announced. Okay, next up. If you're going to play it safe, you might as well play this as safe as humanly possible because, by all accounts, the Russo brothers are officially back to direct the next 2 Avengers films.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if...
Well, for now.
Well, yeah, that. But also, I don't know if you saw the little update that came in as we were doing this right now, is that Hollywood agency CAA tried to convince Feige to hire Greg Berlanti and Noah Hawley and others to direct Avengers 5 and Secret Wars instead of the brothers. But Feige said no.
Berlanti? You want the guy that did Green Lantern to do Avengers?
Yes, that's what the agency said.
I mean, in fairness, the guy that did Scooby-Doo is now in charge of the whole of DC.
Yeah, but Green Lantern. That's all I'm going to keep saying. Yeah. Oh, man. It's, look,
that's nuts. Why? Why would you want Berlanti?
Yeah. And also, why would you also... I mean, I know why they're settling on the Russo brothers.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
They're safe.
It's not a great look for Marvel. Like, we've got... is it Sean Levy for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes.
Yeah, even though we got this film we're really excited about. Sean Levy, we're going to get into Avengers. Russo Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, we've got Ryan Coogler going to do Avengers movies. Yeah, no, Russo Brothers.
It's very...
I can't... His name's slipping, right? Daniel...
Oh, Daniel Dustin? Yeah.
That's what... Yeah. Avengers... no. Russo Brothers.
Yeah, it's... Like, I was... don't get me wrong. Don't get us wrong. The Russo brothers are great. They did a great job. I am not... They literally directed what I think is, like, the best film in the MCU. Like, don't get me wrong, but... I was hoping somebody to go a little bit out of the box because the Russo brothers have a style that is theirs. Like...
Yeah, you want something new.
Yeah.
You don't want, everyone's been saying for years, everything Marvel's the same. Well, now we're kind of going back.
Now we're literally going to get 2 films that look just like the last 2 Avengers films. It's like, oh.
Now, hopefully they don't. Now, hopefully they actually kind of come back in the way, you know what? We can't just do the same thing. Let's do something different. Which it can be like a monkey paw situation because they do something different and bam, it's like the Gray Man and Cherry.
Yeah.
Of the Avengers movies.
Yep.
Boss Nash just entered the chat.
You sound like it. Man.
And then, it's my thing with this. I will be okay. I'll be okay with it anyway. But I'll be slightly more okay as long as you get Marcus and McFeely.
Yep, that's it.
I don't trust the Russos on their own.
Yeah.
We need...
Well, it's like we
Marcus
also found out that the Loki writer, he just recently departed Avengers 5.
Yeah.
Michael Waldron, he's gone. It's like, oh, okay. Maybe this is how they bring Marcus and McFeely back because they work with the Russo brothers almost exclusively at this point. Bring them back, let them look at the script. If that's good enough, just put a little bit of yourself in there and get to directing. Because we know now it's become kind of very public after Benedict Cumberbatch even said, oh, yeah, early next year, that's when I get called up and I'm going to be working on the next 2 Avengers films. It's like, oh. So it's
no, you ain't.
January, February, I guess, they're going to be off to it. Like, they're committing to this by the sound of it. Because, I mean, there's no way that they miss another year of Avengers. They know they need it.
I mean, maybe the Avengers slightly moved their head like 5 degrees to the right.
Yeah.
Especially with San Diego Comic-Con coming next week, with them saying that they're gonna give direct and simplification of what's going to be happening for the next 3 to 4 years. So I expect them to get, barring anything else that happens out of their control, that they would stick to the schedule.
Right.
For the
And
most part.
also, this again, I don't want this to sound like an insult at the Russos and Marvel, because it's not. It's just fact. Marvel Studios desperately needed people that know how their hectic and on-the-fly can change schedule works, and the Russo brothers have been in those trenches for 4 films, and they literally directed half of Infinity War and Endgame on the same set, alternating days. Because remember, like the first 2 months, they would shoot scenes for one and then just slightly change the set and do the other. And actors and stand-ins were coming in days off and days on, and it's a miracle that those films are even coherent with them doing half of each film like that. So they can do it. They know how to work a frantic manner, and I think that's why Disney honestly settled on just get what works, because nobody else understands how insane we are, and they keep backing out. Like, going from directing Shang-Chi, which is basic, to, okay, now you got to juggle 35 characters and also work on Shang-Chi 2 and your spin-off TV series we announced. And also, we put a stop to anything you want to do that's not fitting what we need. Like, it makes sense why the director left. And the Russo brothers know how to work in that mentality.
Well,
so,
did he leave or did he get pushed?
It sounded like he actually left, according to all reports. Like, he was just like, no, I want to go work on Shang-Chi instead. This isn't for me right now. And
That's
also,
fair.
like, looking at the bigger picture here, in terms of the Russo brothers and just everything, to me, yeah, they're a safe pick, but they can get it done. They make a pleasing film for fans, and you can't beat that. That's what it needs to be. It's Avengers, so it's a crowd pleaser.
And plus, like I know that Marvel and Disney want to do this, but they're giving the outspoken fans what they want. Like, you can't change your mind now saying this is not what we wanted. Like, then why did you ask for it?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing that for the last 5 years, right?
Yeah, but still.
Oh.
No one knows what they really want.
Yeah, it's either that Simpsons moment, or that SpongeBob moment where the kid got the ice cream he wanted and they don't want it anymore, and it's like, why'd you ask for it?
Oh man, that's pretty much a good comparison. So yeah.
But does this mean that it's going to be Secret Wars 1 and 2 now? Because we know that's what they wanted to do.
I would assume so. Yeah. Yeah.
And do we find out at Comic-Con? Do we find out at D23?
Well, you know what?
Or depend. For me personally, I think it's either or, depending on how big they want to have everyone keep talking about it. So
yeah. Okay, so let's just get straight on to our last topic. We're going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con 2024. This is our predictions for Marvel Studios. There's going to be a Marvel Studios panel, an hour long, and there is also a special Deadpool panel on Thursday as the film opens up worldwide, and it's for a unknown amount of time block. So they're clearly
so they're putting a Scott Pilgrim and showing the whole thing.
I mean, do an hour before the film launches worldwide in the United States at 7 p.m., right? And the panel is 6 to 7. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds will be there, along with Sean Levy. You do the interview, you show the film, and then my first prediction is you announce Deadpool 4 at the end of it. That's...
Oh.
To me, that seems like a no-brainer. They know it's going to be huge this weekend. Like, come on. There's no way this film fails. No way it fails.
Will it? What if it does?
I will make Paul eat another shoe.
It's like Feige just packs up and retires. Like, I'm done. I can't do nothing.
He just goes,
like for me, like we were talking in chat, what I think, if it does happen, is that during the panel, they will announce the actor for Doom and Miles Morales for Secret Wars.
I mean, it's the Russos. I can absolutely 100% see Doom being introduced now. Yeah. I think it's almost guaranteed. There's no way around it.
They're also 100% gonna.
It's gonna be a white guy, and I'm gonna hate it. No. It's gonna be gay Joe Russo again.
Woo!
Congratulations, to Wokerati, you won.
Yeah, you won.
Gay Joe Russo.
Oh, man, I don't know. I think this San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel Studios return for the first time in a long time. By all accounts, it's supposed
When
to
was
be
the last time?
2019, was it?
No.
Before their double down, yeah, with the big announcements was
No.
right before that San Diego. Because the other times they showed up was like just a blip. It wasn't anything. The last time they did actual reveals and hype up was 2019, which is 5 years.
No, it's 22.
Yeah, but that wasn't like a real thing, was it?
Wakanda Forever, you know.
Yeah, so that was just a present. Yeah, that was the small presentation. Thing.
Yeah. I mean, you were correct. It said for big events and footprints, the last time they did it was in 2019.
Yeah, this is supposed to be another. Like, this is supposed to be a big one again. So, I mean,
they were there in 2022 for the Black Panther stuff, but for big ones, it was in 2019.
Remember, they announced stuff in 22, surely.
It was a couple small things. It was like updates, nothing like, oh, here's the new thing. And this is supposed to be like 2019 Redux, which makes me think, did they re-announce Blade?
So according to this, Blade came out November 3rd, 2023.
Why are you gonna re-announce Blade? Is he a part of the Avengers now?
Oh man,
it's the only thing that hasn't happened on the Phase 5 thing is Blade.
Well, don't forget Armor Wars. That was
no Armor Wars isn't on here. It's not on here.
Yeah, because that was announced like San Diego Comic Con or no D23 after. Because remember they saved half the announcement.
They pushed it back at that point.
Yeah.
I tell you, like Ironheart hasn't happened yet, but we know.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like what happened with Ironheart.
It's coming.
Remember, dude, Wonder Man.
It's out next year, isn't it? Ironheart.
Isn't Wonder Man like 14 episodes or something? Like what?
I think it's 12. I think it's the same as She-Hulk.
Wild. Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I remember it was supposed to be longer, and then I think 12 or 10, or it's more than 10. I know that, or it's 10, something along there. I mean, they got to confirm that, right? Or is that D23 again?
Probably D23 again.
Wild.
Yeah, from what's saying right now, it's at least 10 episodes.
I mean,
not fully confirmed, but at least 10.
It's going to be 10 literal 10-minute episodes.
Yeah. Let's make a big prediction. One project that's been rumored for a while that will get announced. What
Eternals 2.
I don't know if you're trying to say that will speak into existence.
I don't need to speak it into existence because Tiamat is in Cap. That's what I need.
If
no one's going to see that movie, it doesn't count, but he's in the movie.
If it's not announced at this San Diego Comic-Con, Kevin Feige better learn how to move his head or Mitch might not miss.
I was going to say, I mean, America's proven they can't shoot, so it's fine.
Mitch is going to take this up. Feige, I'm going to hit you with Amy Pascal's leftover sandwich if you don't.
Look, we've already sent over the Liz Truss and Nigel Farage and Boris Johnson to the RNC, so the invasion's begun.
This is like
we've sent our best lizard people over to you, so don't worry. Alex Jones is now right.
Oh my god!
Will the frog people turn them gay? I don't know. Is that the plan? Maybe.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
It's gonna happen.
So, I'm gonna go on a limb and say they are going to announce World War Hulk.
Oh.
Well, in this instance, it probably might actually happen instead of like.
But World War Hulk's the subtitle of a movie, right? What's the movie they're actually going to announce?
It'd be another Cap movie.
Oh,
there'll be Captain America, World War Hulk.
Watch it be Eternals, World War Hulk.
I mean, I'd be fine with it. That means they're canon. It's totally fine.
Blade, totally fine. World War Hulk. I'm never getting it. Never. That's how you doom it into freaking the depths of Hades.
Get a Vampire Hulk. Excellent.
Oh, man. I mean, I definitely suspect something World War Hulk. Tristan, you give me your biggest pie in the sky prediction.
I don't know anymore because of what happened with Blade. It's like the only thing I can think of is like they switch it from Blade to being his daughter.
I mean,
So
they can't even make a Blade movie. How the hell are they going to make a Blade daughter movie?
Yeah.
they're calling it Bloodline.
No, that's. I mean, Pie in the Sky. I'll give you that. Pie in the Sky and maybe a few gummies, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
I want Feige to like. Once he's finished the cigarette and explaining what's happened the last few years, just whip his nutsack out on stage and be like, "You humans."
we said we're only making franchises guaranteed $1 billion per Bob Iger's order. Inhumans.
Like the only other thing is like they finally get off their asses and use Ghost Rider again in a movie. Just make it Robbie Reyes headline.
I say as long as it's not any of the 12 versions of Johnny Blaze, I'll be all right.
You know you're getting Johnny Blaze. You just know
I
it, and I hate it. I don't want it, but it's gonna happen.
And it's gonna be what's his face from The Walking Dead.
Oh. But no, Norman Reedus is like just said he wants to do Walking Dead for like another 15 years.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Yeah.
So
that's
let
cool.
him,
He
let him
can
keep
stay
doing
doing
that.
it.
Yeah.
Let him just walk with Kojima for 15 years. There you go.
They're walking across destroyed America and Death Stranding too.
Pretty much, yeah.
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 In real life though. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just America, right?
That's fact.
What is Middle America apart from like corn and sand?
That is true. Do you think they announced anything else? Any other new projects or like?
I can't think of anything because of.
I assume we get like a Nova, right? We got to have a Nova at some point.
I mean, I want an update on Armor Wars for the love of God.
That's true. Yeah.
Now that you mentioned, I do want an update on what they're gonna do with Star-Lord, because the last time I said that he will return. So I was like, well, what's going on with that?
Yeah, legendary.
Yeah, but Chris Pratt saw that and went, "Am I?"
He legit said that though. He was like, "Wait, what? Star Wars will return."
I'm Garfield and Mario, bitch. Like, Star-Lord no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want a Nova.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. What else can you do? But I think my main thing is I just want like an update on like what is. I know I shout on people before for saying like what in the direction.
Yeah.
But I just want to know where they're headed now. Like what's the plan?
Like that's the thing. It's like, are you pivoting from Kang? Tell us that, and also give us a slate we can depend on. Because think of it this way: 5 years ago, if we looked at what they gave us, we're like, oh, we got a clear slate ahead of us. We are entering next year. We don't know when we're getting anything. Ironheart, maybe. Daredevil, guaranteed, I guess, for March, but we don't know. We need a slate that they can stick to. We need an actual slate update because it's clueless. There's nothing. We have no idea. Like, the Avengers films are in flux. We don't know those dates. Nothing. We have nothing. Like, is Blade going to come out next November? Probably not. I mean, I suspect Fantastic Four is getting bumped to next November. Like, they initially wanted it for November of this year, and then the year before that. So, like, it's... Man, we need an actual slate. And they're like, guys, this is it. Like, here's your slate. We're giving ourselves some room. So, have at it.
Yeah, I think it's what we need. I think they need to kind of double down on previously established characters. So, like, give us that Captain Marvel 3. Give us that Black Panther 3. We need to get back to that.
No, Mitch, you just said it. It's gonna be Captain Marvel, World War Hulk.
Oh.
Because they're gonna put the Hulks off planet, and Marvel's gotta intervene. Oh no! And then you do the multiverse thing, and you bring in Photon back, but she comes with her own Hulk from that universe.
All right, we'll forget about that. Just focus on the Young Avengers, please. You've got Florence Pugh and Haley Steinfeld right there. And you've also got Armin Valeni right there. The three of them just push forward.
I wish.
Maybe drag Jeremy Renner back as Clint so Hot Toys can release that damn figure from his show.
Oh my God! Come on, Hot Toys, come on!
My
starving
Natasha's
over
very
here.
lonely.
Yeah,
you know, just push those forward, and that way you can bring in Doom and get Elizabeth Olsen back for the not Secret Avengers, the Young Avengers movie, and there you go. Maybe actually do Secret Invasion. I don't know.
I can't believe they've never done Secret Invasion.
No, it's
yet.
Crazy.
Like, imagine what they could do in the future if they did the Super Skrull. How cool would that be?
Nuts. Absolutely wild.
I am very confused that they've never done it, but who knows?
Same.
Maybe someday.
That and Armor Wars. How have they been in limbo for so long? They're like easy one-ups. No.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Huh. Definitely interested in what they could do.
Hopefully they don't use AI for anything.
Oh.
Because that'd be really bad optics.
Oh. I don't like this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I want to get off.
Terrible. I can't hear you with the computers blaring.
Yeah.
And say that the national grid's too loud because people keep prompting stuff.
Oh. It's just how it happens. So so
yeah, I don't want a lot. I just want a bit of clarity. That's
same.
All I'm asking for.
That's it. Literally.
And I'll be very surprised if they actually announce anything new at Comic-Con.
Yeah. I would also like if they would like say if they're gonna do either special presentations or limited series again. Nothing like
they're dead. They're done.
I don't know, but I'm just hoping it's, you get like one-off episodes or 2-off episodes.
Yeah.
Of a thing just to show off what they can do with something in a smaller corner of the universe.
Give me my Man Thing back.
That, like, Werewolf by Night. Where's she going?
Nah, just Man Thing. That's what I care about.
Yep.
Yeah, they're in a weird spot. I'll be kind of annoyed if they just came out here acting like nothing's happened and just announce 1,000 new things. It's like, guys, elephant in the room, please. Address.
Yeah, legit.
Unless that's what Comic-Con's for, and then they're like, right, cool, D23. Let's go.
Maybe split the difference. So, look, guys, obviously next week we're probably not doing a podcast before Deadpool and Wolverine, and this we're gonna come back after the weekend and then deliver a much bigger podcast for you guys to go over everything. So stay tuned for that because that's how we're gonna handle it. So no podcast next Sunday, which is then I guess brought us to the end of this show, and it's
Did we talk about the trailer that just dropped?
There's a new trailer that dropped.
Yeah, Deadpool's final trailer's just dropped.
Oh,
yeah, the final trailer.
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
Daphne King's in it. Spoilers.
Oh, okay. There we go. Well,
she's alive after the Acolyte. Thank God.
Amazing. I guess we'll see how they handle it. So sure, Daphne King, cool. All right, awesome. Why not? There you go.
I'm going to change my answer to the topic. I want an X-23 movie.
All right, perfect. There we go, everybody. That'll bring us to the end of this show. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show and this week of Deadpool and San Diego Comic-Con, and we'll be back a little later than normal to deliver, well, our fallout from everything.
Fallout Season 2?
Yes.
Nice.